Welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. It's Green Magic. I'm recording in my apartment in Rogers Park, Chicago. I'm going to continue my series Jam Rules with Green Magic. Currently playing NBA Jam Original on Sega Genesis. I've done 2 videos of this game, and tonight the third one will be of the last 9 games in a playthrough. First, we got to turn that tag mode on, making sure that computer assistance is on. That gives you the healthy handicap. I don't know if you guys are basketball fans as an NBA, but I've been watching my childhood team, the Bucks, have a pretty good deep run so far in the playoffs. Very impressive win over the Celtics in Boston last night. So my sign-in for this playthrough has been Giannis. First video I played as the Bucks naturally. Second one I played as some Detroit basketball Pistons. And the third one I thought, you know what? Another team that's still in the running in the East. Well, there are 2 of them, obviously. One is the Toronto Raptors, and the other is the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm going to lock in some 76ers. Clarence Weatherspoon, Jeff Hornacek. You saw their attributes. Not a ton of speed, but we got some three-point ability. And one thing I'm going to try to do with this particular playthrough is I'm going to try to get both guys involved. The last couple playthroughs, I've basically just stuck with one guy in a match, and that was partly just to see how gaudy can my attribute totals get, how many threes. And there's a travel by Bill Laimbeer, but the referees don't care. But with the Sixers, especially because they have 2 guys who can potentially shoot the three-pointer, I'm going to try to kind of see who looks a little faster, who looks a little more ready to throw the ball up. The first couple videos of this game, I did a heck of a lot of hook shots, a la this right here. They are very high percentage. If you want 2 points, just go ahead and dial that up. And it'll very likely fall if you don't have someone in your way. As you saw, Bill Laimbeer was almost in my way right there. But if you really want that high point total, you are going to have to go for threes. You're going to have to try to get open like I did against Isaiah Thomas, the Hall of Famer right there. The Sixers, according to their attributes, both guys can potentially hit threes. So even though Hornacek wasn't on fire, my Clarence Weatherspoon was, I decided to just chuck that up with him anyway. It didn't go in, so maybe not the wisest choice. And as the quarter winds down, you really got to buckle down on the defense. Make sure they don't get that last shot, because if they get that last shot, they will rail it. I've got about a 12-point lead in this one, on fire with Clarence, so hopefully he can make some good shots for me. I want to add that another approach I'm going to have with today's video is I'm going to start with the Sixers, but and so there are nine games I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the Sixers, and I'm going to play a game. Obviously, I'm going to win. Whatever that point total is, if I don't improve in the next game, I'm going to say the Sixers are done, and I'm going to go on to another team. So I'm thinking the next team would be, we'll say the Cavaliers. They're another team in the East. Gotta love those teams in the East, and I really got to buckle up on my defense here. Pistons already with 8 points. And that's just something to challenge myself. Give the Sixers some proverbial pride. They got to keep playing better and better if they want to be my squad for this playthrough. Hornacek getting on fire. Let's see what he can do. When you're on fire, you have infinite turbo, which really helps you move faster and easier. And another thing that helps with the turbo is you have infinite pushes, which is really helpful in this version of the game because a lot of times your opponent with the ball, you'll have to push him multiple times to even get a reaction out of him. Ooh, and Hornacek goes up, misses the goaltend, and we're going to take that as a sign that we need to swap over to Clarence. Oh, Clarence with the steal. Usually you don't get that last second steal. Not surprised I missed that last shot. Probably should have gone for a hook shot. So up by 29.5, not bad. Also not great. Pistons with 11 points. So 40 is a good point total. As you can see, I've been using both guys, Weatherspoon and Hornacek. I'm able to do that because I have the tag mode on. And I'm really just trying to get one guy proverbially hot, and then just feed him the ball. Now, in the beginning of the second half, I have found the computer to be more challenging than normal. They kind of like notice that I'm up by 29, and they want to even up the score. It's that rubber band AI that was very prevalent in arcade sports titles in the 90s, and they do that, just to make it a little more fun, a little more challenging. There's an auto jump. I'm gonna call those out every time because I do think it's a defect in the game. Auto jump is meant to help you. That's when the game makes you jump when you don't put in the input. They do that to try to help you out on defense or offense if it's you've shot the ball or something. But generally it doesn't. Generally gets you out of the play, and it can lead to the other team scoring, which isn't the end of the world. But if you're on fire, then that will put out your fire. All right, and Clarence missing that three-pointer. Woo! I gave it over to Hornacek. Might have been a bad idea because he just rocketed a shot off of the backboard. And that's how you get put on the proverbial bench. Now, as you can see, when you're playing defense, swinging a whiff. When you're playing defense, and especially if you're on fire, you really just want the computer to pop a three so you can use that free goaltend trick that's in this version of the game. And what I mean by that is when you are on defense, you want to jump when they shoot from around this circle right here. That's where you want to launch from. And if you're able to snatch the ball in midair, they don't call it goaltending. It's kind of a glitch, but it is what it is. That should have been goaltending in normal basketball. But what the hey, this is an arcade game. There are suspensions of reality all over the place. Clarence not taking a great shot. Oh, I thought he was going to make that second one. So you just want them to pop that up so you can snatch it. They're the best opportunity the computer will have to score is when they either knock you over and rail. Say Isaiah Thomas had decided to push me there. That would have really messed up my chance at goaltending. Or if they do kind of a quick pass game and attack the rim. Ooh! And that was just a swing and a biff by me, which means it's Hornacek's turn. That was a little ugly. Oh, Bill Ambier, nice rebound. 50-point lead feels pretty good. Sixers not doing bad. And in fact, it's not a given that I'll be able to do better than that. I'm probably going to just take this last shot here. As you can see, the computer kind of goes crazy the last 7 seconds of the quarter. He's on fire. So there you have it, 54-point blowout. Pretty good, not necessarily something to be proud of. The record in this game is a 78-point blowout. And I've never been able to accomplish that in my many games and attempts. I'll get it one day, but haven't yet. So I split some time. Looks like I went with Clarence more than Jeff. You see Clarence with way more points, more threes, and blocks. It's a nice 54-point win there. We're going to move on to the next squad. Looks like it's Cleveland. First, we have to lock in our sign-in name, Giannis, just like we are at the arcade cabinet. So we're going against Cleveland. I've done a playthrough of them before on my own. And they aren't too impressive from what I've found. Price has got that speed and three-pointers, but he is a little. They give him a short status in this game, which makes it really tough to play defense. And then Daugherty, he is tall, but he's not particularly fast and apparently doesn't have a high three-point rating. So we're going to go up against them with Philadelphia. Let's go ahead and swap it. But first, we're going to pour some Modelo for the remaining games. And we're pouring it into a glass of La Fin du Monde that I found, thanks to whichever one of my roommates' glass this is. Modelo, happy Cinco de Mayo. It's tomorrow, but never too early to celebrate. The La Fin du Monde glass caught my eye because I was at work the other day in the beer section, the grocery store where I work, and we had a customer from Canada, and she saw the La Fin du Monde bomber glass that we sold, and she was like, this is made in a brewery in my home city of Montreal. And in fact, this bottle would go for about $14, and we sold it for like $8. Because Trader Joe's is awesome like that. So shout out to that customer. Thanks for that fun little conversation. Mark Price rattles it in as he is apt to do, but also playing poor defense as he is apt to do. One thing you do got to be aware of is your turbo use. You can really do most of the things you want to do without turbo. However, if you are doing a scoring move like dunking, well, that wasn't the good. There you go. Like dunking, you want to be pressing turbo. It's more likely. Whoa! I just railed me some Brad Daugherty across the hemisphere. You want to use that. You got to use the turbo to push, like I just did, and you want to use turbo to jump. You may not have been able to catch that, but it helps you jump a little bit higher. And you want to do that when you're shooting as well. Apparently, it helps the shot percentage. Hornacek's feeling good. I'll keep throwing some threes with him. Actually, Woo! You almost snuck it in there. That is one way that the computer scores sometimes. They just dribble right up to the hoop, and they try to get that in there. Like you saw, I was decking me some Mark Price, but he didn't flinch. If this was NBA Jam Tournament Edition, he would have to have quite a bit of power rating to withstand a barrage of those types of pushes. But in nice little red defense by Hornacek. In this version of the game, the computer usually very formidable with taking hits. You know, Mark Price, I just racked him a few times there. He didn't let go of the ball and then was able to score on me. And that's just the way the game is designed. The computer is like that. Playing another user, your guys aren't quite so OP like that. But, you know, the developers looking for ways to make the game more challenging. They don't want you to have a blowout every single game, which is exactly what I want. I want to blow out the computer every single time. He's on fire, but he can't make a little short jumper, and that's why I generally don't go for twos like that. If I go for a two, it'll be a hook shot because they're very high percentage, or it'll be a three-pointer because, duh, it's worth three. Also, there are certain spots that are very high percentage. You got the one right here that I've done a million times. Also, for whatever reason, the corner, if you can get the guy to jump and kind of get out of the defensive box around you, often you will make that three-pointer. And I learned that from watching the guy's world record run on twingalaxies.com, which is the kind of the governing body of world record holders for retro games especially, but just about all video games as far as I know. Cavs can't get that last shot off. It's halftime. Needs time to sift me some Modelo. So that didn't feel bad. I got the 31-point lead, which puts me on pace to outstrip my last game against the Pistons. Got to get 55 points to continue playing as the Sixers. That's just a rule I imposed on myself to make things interesting. Looks like I went with Hornacek the entire first half. And I'm just going to decide to go with some Weatherspoon. In the beginning, like I said last game, the beginning of the second half, the computer really gets a little smarter. Their IQ goes up, their shot percentage goes way up, all those things. So you just gotta be ready for it. You know, you gotta time those free goaltends, and often you'll see me just go for the easy hook shot because the three is lower percentage, and you know, if you miss it, often they have a fast break going the other way because your drone just won't really help out all that much. I usually don't shoot from up top. They don't give you that nice arc usually, but if they're guarding down below, like in my drone, like Hornacek there, if he goes down below, then I don't want to go there because, well, obviously there are two defenders going to be down there. So probably should have just gone for a hook shot. Because I didn't, I missed the three. Oh, nice steal by the Weather. It's the Weatherman. Gets the dunk. Hornacek looked like he wanted a three, and I wanted to give it to him, but first let's get the Weatherman on fire. Nice read by the Weatherman. Yep. He's not. He's on fire, but is not, if you know what I mean. Nice little team D there by the Sixers. $53-9, not bad, not bad. 44-point blowout here. Nice read by Hornacek. Weatherspoon should still be on fire, but I'm going to go with Hornacek. In this playthrough so far, well, I misspoke. I did do a 76ers playthrough just on my own, just for fun, as Green Magic is known to do. Hey, when you're number one and you want to stay number one, you got to put in the work. Whoa, look at that juicy fireball dribble out of the rim. I'm going to have to look back on that. But anyway, oh, we were both on fire, baby. That's something I forgot, but is very fun about this game, is both players can get on fire. So I got me some Clarence. I got me some Hornacek. Oh, that was an auto jump. Got me out of the play. Price with the double dribble, but it's okay. This game came out in 1994. There are going to be some inconsistencies. And there's another juicy drop. Maybe that's just what's going to happen with Hornacek being on fire like that. We're going to have to look for more juicy drops here. Not to be mistaken with Juicy Dre. I almost said Juicy Dre. Juicy J. Look at that ball just plummet out of there. Just like a plump little plum. And you know I got to go for the three. My name is Jeff Hornacek. I'm tall, I'm lanky, I'm white, and give me the ball so I can shoot a three. Oh, I can't play defense, though. So we're going to give this last shot to Clarence. We're going to go in the corner here. We're going to do a pump fake. We're going to get pushed, and they're going to rail the last three. Wow. And that was only 54 points. That's really too bad. I should have had better ball control in that last play. Because I didn't beat my 54 points now, and now it's time to say goodbye to the Sixers. But that's really some good defense. That 16 block, 14 steals. Not a whole lot of threes, though. I didn't really get going on that front. Not really impressed what I saw from the Cavs. But really, I feel like the teams are as good as the game wants them to be, if you know what I mean. We're going to lock in some Giannis, and we're going to give a shout-out to the Greek Freak. Game 3 against the Celtics in Boston, second round of the playoffs. I was, I went back on YouTube and saw what was available there to see. You can catch most of the game. He obviously did some Giannis things, strong to the hole. Had a really nice sky dunk, whatever you want to call it. He just stretched out that ridiculous wingspan. Had a really nice dunk. But he had a number of great assists as well. Even as he was driving to the hole and the help came from the defense, he found the open shooter. And the Bucks, if they're good at anything, it's railing threes. So, good job for them. So now I'm the Cavs, after they knocked me off, knocked the Sixers out with that last second shot. The Spurs forgot to look at their attributes, but, oh, what a dunk by Robinson. He really jumped with some space there. I have found the Spurs to be one of the more challenging teams in the league here, and it's always tough to know. Like, the Spurs are, well, they do have Hall of Famer David Robinson. They do have solid contributor Sean Elliott. But since they are so far down, this is like the 20th game in the playthrough. Since they are so far, what's the word? So far back there in the progression, they are obviously going to be given some attributes to make it harder for you because, like I keep saying, the developers don't want you just blowing out the computer game after game. And really, most gamers probably don't want to either. They want to feel like they've earned it, which means it's probably going to be close. All right, I went ahead and played aggressive D there. Typically, I would just get back after bricking a 3 like that. But there's the auto jump, and I jumped way out of the play. Shame on you, Mark Trammell. That was not fair. Ooh, there's that Brad Daugherty brickology that we love so much. Oh, Mark Price. Ouch. Absolutely railed. So after bricking those 3s with Brad Daugherty, I'm going to go over to Mark Price. And he's good for some 3s, but it's just so tough to play defense with the little guys. And that's just the way the game is designed. It wasn't on purpose, I don't think. But that's just how it be. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. Speaking of Mark Wahlberg, there is a new burger joint in Chicago, literally called Wahlburgers. And as far as I know, Donnie Wahlberg and Mark have a brother who kind of came up with that idea for the burger joint. Went with my childhood friend there the other day. We got a burger, I got a beer, and it was okay. I heard they got a chicken sandwich that is really good. Next time I go in there, definitely going to get me some of that chicken sandwich. Brad Daugherty making a couple 3s. The Cavs have a lot of work to do if they want to beat the Spurs by more than 54 points, which is what they got to do according to my self-imposed rules to stay my team for the playthrough. And you just saw the play before, some terrible defense by Mark Price. He just watched the Spurs walk right by him. But that's what you come to expect. You can't expect much from your drone. So I've got a 27-point lead. I'm halfway there to my goal, but second half generally harder than the first. I'm really going to have to play lights out with the Cavaliers. Ooh, going to have to get steals like that. Going to have to be disciplined and go for the high percentage hook shots. Going to have to get all my blocks. Ooh, Mark. I went ahead and dunked it in with Mark, even though now I got to play defense with him. I was just feeling it. Oh, nice. Nice defense by Mark. Bad offense by Brad. And when they throw it to the guy, I'll call it in the post. It's not like you can really post up in NBA Jam. But when they throw it to the guy in my area that I'm chilling in to do the free goaltend, I call it. That's when it gets really tricky, because that's when I gotta make some decisions. I talked about discipline at the beginning of the half, making those high percentage hook shots, but you also got to be opportunistic. And if I got the bottom open, oh, that should have been mine. Honestly, I pushed the guy over. He was nowhere to be found. I don't think the Spurs have scored this quarter yet. I'm gonna get a couple more hook shots, put myself in a good position. I'm gonna go ahead and take the last shot here. All right, 45. I put myself in a fantastic position here to get more than 54. Still gotta be disciplined. Oh, in the post. Oh, I read that. I knew they wanted to go to him. In this game, really, it's about instincts. It's about knowing what's what. It's also about anticipation. And sometimes you just know that the computer player wants to pass it. Terrible shot by Daugherty, but you know what? I'm going to stick with him. He's my best shot right now. Just staying on fire and a high percentage hook shots. Ooh. Not terribly surprised they got that. I did give him the inside lane, which is kind of the number one no-no in this version of the game. If you give them the inside lane, then they get by the hoop. Haha, looks like the computer auto-jumped themselves. In other versions of the game, it's not as detrimental to let them get on a path to the hoop because, for instance, in NBA Jam TE, you can a lot of times, you're trailing the guy on the fast break, and you can push him as he starts his dunk animation. And in this version of the game, for whatever reason, they just don't really allow you to do that. 59-point lead. Good job, Cavs. You did what you needed to do. We're going to give Mark Price the last say. Of course he bricks it. Cavaliers doing what they needed to do. 20 blocks, 14 steals, 62 points for the Cavs. Brad Daugherty. He missed a lot of threes. Well, he missed some threes, but neither did I shoot a ton because I was going for those high percentage hook shots. I would say I played great defense, or the Cavs did, however you want to put it, holding the Spurs to 10 points. A lot of times, the Spurs give me a lot more trouble than that. We're on to New York. We're getting to the elite teams, according to the game. Giannis. I can't stop talking Bucks basketball. They're the number one seed. They're still alive. Shout out to George Hill and Pat Connaughton. Coming off the bench, to make a deep playoff run, you got to have that superstar, right? You got to play well as a team. You got to play good D. And you got to have solid contribution from key bench players. And in Game 3 in Boston for the Bucks, it was George Hill and Pat Connaughton. Hill getting 21 points, being very intense towards the end of the game, helped the Bucks close it out. Pat Connaughton in the second quarter, coming off the bench and with some critical threes, letting the Bucks and his overall hustle, just willing the Bucks to get back in the game. They were down by about 10 or 12. And when I think about bench players making contributions, you know, if you're a kiddo playing on a basketball team, you might not be the star. You might not have the most talent, but you may not be given the most minutes on the team, but you can be critical in helping your team win. Reminded of my junior high days. I was a starter, a 3-guard on my team, averaging about 4.5 points. I like to joke about a healthy 4.5 rebounds a game. But my shtick was being intense on defense and just kind of giving the other team hell and throwing them off the rhythm, and you need that too. You need scores, but you need some intense effort from players not so much in the limelight. So Patrick Ewing, given some of the best attributes in this game. Low on three-pointers, but he's got that perfect dunk in defense, whatever that means. And Starks with some good attributes as well. Obviously, they're going to be tough to contend against, but not too much for the Cavaliers. We got orange versus orange. Which team can be the orangest? I don't know. I'm just going to chuck up a 3 with Marky Mark. Try to get that early lead. Oh! And that one was not as open. Mark, look at him go. Look at him squiggle. Look at him squaggle. 5-point lead. I only need 55 more points to stay alive. Cavs looking to best their score of a 59-point blowout. Need 60 if they want to continue to be my team. Nice rebound by Mark Price. If they want to continue to be my team in this playthrough, I need to drop a 60-point blowout on. Oh, dear. So what I was trying to do is get Daugherty involved. Once Price was on fire, he got a couple threes in, but he is pretty tough to play defense with. So, trying to get Daugherty involved. What? Goaltending. Okay. So that's a thing in this game, you're telling me? Trying to get Daugherty involved. Not the better three-point shooter, but at least he can play some defense. I'm being a little stubborn with those threes, but oh, nice play by Ewing or Starks. Just shoving Mark Price over. Doing his best Reggie Miller impression. I'm only up by 11. This isn't looking good. That's largely because I was stubborn with my Daugherty. But when I just swung and whiffed that one there, this is going to be tough to get back on track. We may need a little spark from Mark. And those are really tough to time. But Mark Price is a trooper. Oh, nice steal! So Mark is on fire, but we're just going to let him drone it up while on fire, and hopefully we can get some Brad Daugherty on fire as well. So we can... The team is on fire! As they say in NBA hang time. Dang it. Well, I gave up the 3 points, but as you see, Mark Price is still on fire, and that's just something about this version of the game is goaltends do save your chain. Oh, missed push leads to Ewing's dunk. And bad miss by Mark Price. And the Knicks are on a run. This one's going to be really tough to blow them out on. At this point, I'll need about 80 points. That's about 300 three-pointers. And I'm not lining up my goaltends. This one, folks, is probably over for the Cavs. Well, you know what? They say it's not over until you turn off the Sega Genesis. You know, the hardworking fans of Cleveland wouldn't give up on their team. So I'm not going to give up on the Cavaliers. Even though I can't buy, that was 2 auto jumps. Oh, but I did get a block. What's the use of a block if you can't get another one? I don't know. Mark Price can't shoot it over Ewing. That actually makes a lot of sense. Wow. A little debilitating here. How about we dunk it? Will that work? And it is really tough to time those blocks with the little guys. That's right, Mark. That's right. Mark and Brad. Mark and Brad. You know, they really should call these teams based on the first names of the players. Mark and Brad. Ooh, it's red by Brad. Brad can't do it. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, I can't get past him. Oh, nice push by Marky Mark. Mark picks up his dribble. Apparently, he felt like it was a good idea. I did see Marky Mark open up top. In the Super Nintendo version of NBA Jam TE, which we're not playing today, you would want to give Mark Price the ball in that situation. Because although overall he's not a great player in that version of the game, he does have a high three-point attribute, and you want him to shoot the ball if he is open. Oh! That's right. We're going to get as close as we can. We're not going to get 60, but we're going to get as close as we can, Cleveland. Oh, auto jump. Come on, Mark Trammell. Come on, man. I often like to call out Mark Trammell for the things that don't go right in this game. And that's just because I'm trying to be funny. Obviously, I love me some Mark Turmel. Develop some. I mean, he helped develop the best sports video game series of all time, NBA Jam. So am I really that upset at him? No. In fact, I'm going to show my appreciation to Mark later in this video. Stay tuned. Woo! The corner three. Got it. Oh, Mark! Nice play by Mark, pushing me open. Mark and Brad. Ah! Trying to do a full court pass to Mark. Couldn't. Nail in the coffin. Serendipity, baby. Look at them crashing through. Marky Mark. Can't nail it. And the Cavs, despite winning by 35, have to take a seat. 19 blocks, Daugherty, not bad. Only 2 3-pointers. It was brick-a-palooza for Brad Daugherty. And in fact, that's what I expected. I really should have been more disciplined. But Cleveland's not all that fun to play with, let's be honest. Next up, Portland. And I'm going to be the Pacers. Now, Pacers got to score 60 if they want to keep being my squad. If they don't get 60, they're waiting to be replaced by none other than the Chicago Bulls. Off the backboard, Miller gets it. Somehow it's not a goaltend. You see me doing that swirl effect there on defense. What I'm doing is I'm trying to hold my point. As well as kind of make the computer make a decision about what are they going to shoot it or are they going to pass it. You know, I don't want them just dribbling. Auto jump gets me out of the play. Reggie Miller, nice drone play by Derek McKee. And it's taken me a long time to score these at 4 points, but that's okay. I'm just feeling some Derek McKee. Is it the shoes? Nobody knows. And we're going to be unselfish. Reggie on fire. That's interesting. See, in other versions of the game, I'm pretty sure that since I scored with McKee after the 2 Miller buckets, Reggie actually wouldn't have been on fire. But here we are playing this version. Boom! You got to go for it even though you're not going to make it. Am I right? $10-0. Wow. Lackluster quarter. Come on, Pacers. You got to score 50 more, guys. Come on. Here comes Derek. Shake and bake. The team is on fire. Okay, I just thought of something. If the team is on fire, everybody can rail threes. Am I right? That means not a good shot taken by McKee. All right, that's going to be my strategy. Since we're both on fire, we're going to do that. Obviously, it worked on that play. Still about 16, you know. That's right. That is right. Wow, this is a fun way to play this game. Now that I know that you don't have to consecutively score 3 buckets to get on fire. Basically, your teammate scoring doesn't count against you. I can get... Oh, Schleigies. Gonna take this last shot here. The team is on fire! So, that's one of the fun things about doing a playthrough like this, is finding out things like that. Usually I am pretty boring and straightforward with my strategy because I want to get the most points. But sometimes you gotta think outside the box to get some success. Oh, nice play by Porter, going for the dunk. Dunks are tough to defend in this game for whatever reason. Even if a player is full on defensive attributes, it doesn't mean they'll likely block someone. In fact, I don't even know what the defensive attributes means in this game. I should know, since I'm doing these dang videos. But I don't. Maybe Mark Trammell knows. Maybe I should call him up. Be like, brah. What the hell does this mean? Man, 36. Oh. And that was a nice defensive. Oh! Nice defensive effort by McKee after I gave Clyde the lane. You know, Clyde was like, I'm going to get to the rim. Like the Hall of Famer he is. And, you know, he began to do his dunk animation, and McKee was there. But Clyde still got the ball and got the job done. Blazers looking fast. Woo! Drone Reggie. That was ugly. On those hook shots, you do want a high arc, because those are the highest chance. So 40-0, I am going to have to put a great quarter together with these Pacers. I need 20 more points than the Blazers to get my 60 points. Oh, man. I'm not liking what I'm feeling with Reggie's defense. I just kept missing pushes. That's a bit of a risky three. Even though I'm Reggie Miller, threes aren't a given. All right, 7-point run to start the fourth period, and I get this steal. Clyde just gumming up the lane. I should have known better. That may have cost me the stuff there. I should have known better, and because Clyde was playing such tough D on me, I should have known that Reggie wasn't my guy on that play. I should have kicked it out to Derek and see what Derek could do. 51, man. This is getting intensities. This is getting intensities. Oh, and there was again. I should have known Derek wasn't my guy. Oh, that could be it, Reggie. That could have been it. All right, quick math here. How many points do I need to get 60? I need 5. Okay, I need a 2 and a 3. I need it. This is going to be tough. 2 and a 3. It's not going to happen. Yep. I needed 2 and a 3, so I needed 2 scores. And probably should have gone for that 3. Because had I got the 3, I just would have needed a steal and a 2-pointer. So that was some bad management. I could have paused it and thought about it, but you know what? That was still fun. Pacers almost came back. $54 points. Not bad, but not good enough. Here come the Bulls. Fun thing about the Bulls, despite the fact that they don't got no Jordan, Pippen, best player in the game according to attributes. Horace Grant, he's got those goggles, him and James Worthy, and that's just fun. Am I right? Another thing is Scottie Pippen, one of the best dunker in the game from what I have found. It is possible to shatter the backboard in this version of the game. Come on, Pip. Come on, Pip. And to do that, you've got to dunk a lot, but also you have to be capable of the spectacular dunks, aka you have to have a player with a really high dunk rating. And Scottie Pippen, high dunk rating. Not only that, in NBA Jam TE, I believe he has the highest dunk rating in the game. He's given a 9, but I believe it's actually a 10 for whatever reason. The developers are like, you know what? Let's give this guy something special. Oh, man, nice plays by Da Bulls. So Bulls, you know, I am asking them to beat the Jazz by 60 points. So I want at least a 15-point lead. Let's get Horace involved. Boom! That just, you know, keeps us on pace. Oh, this is going to be tough. Ah! Well, I missed the block, but Malone missed the bomb. Nice play by Pippen. And that's why he's given those high dunk ratings, because he can't make layups. Apparently. Oh! That's right, Pippen. Completely unselfish. Gives it to Horace. Horace, completely unselfish. Gives it to Pippen. Oh! Those 50-50 balls, man, they make me squirm for whatever reason. Oh! Man, I have not made any headway on the Jazz. They might knock me out. All right. Oh, Pippen looking fast. I should have gone for a maybe 3. Because he felt so... Oh, Pippen jumping out of the way. Come on, man. Whoa, Karl Malone owning Pippen. 2 Hall of Famers going at it. Man, Bulls got to figure something out. 19, that's not going to cut it. I need 20 points each in the next 2 quarters. I'm just going to try to get both my Brohans on fire. Oh, no! Yeah, I really did not want to give up any more points. Easier said than done, but especially if it's a 3-pointer. It's just... Nice play, Horace. And when you can't make layups like that, you kind of like, well, maybe I deserve to lose, you know? But, and totally my bad. Given Stockton the inside lane. Bulls really need to get it together. Time running out. If the Bulls can't pull it together, they will be replaced by none other than the Boston Celtics. Only 30-point lead. Pippen. Pippen's on sizzle. Pippen's on sizzle. Jazz wasting that time. Bulls agonizing. Oh! Don't give up, kids. Never give up hope. Once you give up hope, that's when the robots take over. Boom! Jazz looking slow. It's almost like the computer feels sorry for me. Nice little rainbow touch by Horace. And you know what? When I've played with the Bulls, boom! It's actually been Horace that has had more success, boom, with the three-pointers. I don't know why that is. He's got like, oopsie-daisy, he's got like no three-point attribute. But when I do my little sidestep three-point maneuver, you know, he's able to do it. Man, I need 15 points in a minute. Not gonna happen. Nice. Horace, I was just talking about you, brah. I was just talking about you. And then you just freaking shot put it. Oh, the Jazz annihilate me. All right, I'm not coming back, but maybe Pippen can get some nice dunks. Man, good job, Jazz. You really took it to me. 27 points. Oh, still taking it to me. Got some good attributes, but terrible defense. I'm still looking for that 60-point blowout. But I'm running out of teams. Here comes Giannis. Phoenix, Seattle, Chicago. So Seattle's the next team. Kemp and Trent. Decent team speed. Not a whole lot of three-point ability, but not that that matters when they're the computer. Kemp, obviously, one of the best dunkers in the game. And an above-average team rating of defense. Boston. Brown and Parrish. Parrish, some pretty poopy attributes. But can he make the most out of his full defense rating? Shrimp in my face. It don't even matter. Let's try to get D Brown basketball on fire here. And then I can give it to Mr. Parrish. Oh. See, that's what I call posting up. I kept thinking they were going to shoot the three. But they didn't. Man, I'm liking the Sonics jerseys here. It's like a little, what do you even call that? Whoa! That was weird. So I pushed Shrimp while he was going for the layup. And the ball just kind of dinks around on the rim. D Brown basketball. Here we go, bud. Can't buy a layup. Oh! Gets the steal, though. Robert Parrish with the inside move. Robert Parrish with the full defense attribute. You know he can skyhook. Oh, Shrimpies. Nice. Arc! But he breaks it. It's full on defense means he's bad on everything else, right? Come on, Boston. I know you can be the squad to get 60. Oh, no. We have to get some momentum with Parrish here. Last couple of games, I've been trying to get both players involved. But D. Brown basketball doesn't have the height. Boom! Parrish. And you know what? Maybe there is something to the full defense attribute. Nobody knows. Oh, auto jump out of the play. Boom! Dunking on me. Need a few more hook shots from Mr. Parrish. Nice D by the Parrish. Man, he is getting the ball back on some of these pushes. Oh, the auto jump, which that's what that was. I'm not just complaining. That was an auto jump. Takes me out of the play. And you saw what happened. Not a smart three. D. Brown basketball. Come on, D. Brown basketball. There's that 30-point lead that I needed at halftime. Celtics going into the locker room. What do they want to do? They want to see if they can get Mr. Brown on fire as well. Oh! All right. He's on fire. First chance I get. It's time to get Mr. Parrish on fire. Woo! All right. Oh, except I'm not. Sometimes they say he's on fire, but they mean it metaphorically. That's a little confusing, but it's okay. Because now I'm really on fire. 40-point lead, babe. And I was struggling with my pushes. Oh, I thought it was really on fire. Wow, they're not going to let me get on fire? Whatever happened to both guys could get on fire? Wow. Man, I feel disrespected. Y'all don't remember when I got both guys on fire with Philly? 'Cause I do. I can roll back the tape. I got this recorded. Either way, I'm almost up by like 50 or something. I am up by 50. Holy cow, Boston. I just got 30 points in that quarter? Nah. 20 points. So D Brown's on fire. Oh, I literally tried to push Shrimp 47 times, and despite being on fire, Mark Trammell said no. And that sucked. Again, I missed about 42 pushes on that time, on that play. And that's those 50-50 balls that really are kind of tough to judge, because the computer's very smart and they take the right angles. And I'm still struggling. Auto jump takes me out of the play. I'm still struggling to land my punches and apparently make rebounds. But you know what? Man, I'm just seeing my lead just dwindle. You know, I keep talking about the computer being more challenging in the third period, but you'd think I would know how to counter it. Oh, nice move by Kemp. I thought he was in the corner. Great play by Shrimp. He was so shifty. Yep, nothing's falling for me. If we were playing Jam, I'd be talking about the... I mean, we are playing Jam. If we were playing Tecmo, I'd be talking about the Tecmo gods not being kind to me, but... there is no Jam god. There's only Mark Trammell. Boston, say goodbye. Yeah, and it's... Let's go to New Jersey, folks. Barkley, hello. And let's try to not botch a lead this time. Man, nice play by Drone Coleman. Drone, I mean, auto jump there, but thankfully it didn't cost me. Dang it. Mistimed the thing there. But I got what I wanted. I got on fire. Now, the whole point of getting the ball back was to get Coleman involved. Ooh. And now Kenny's not on fire no more. But I was greedy, and I wanted the dunk after chasing that ball down. Shot clock violation. That's some good D by the Nets. But not great D, because great D would be getting the ball back like that after about 10 seconds of them having the ball. That's really what you want to go for. Whoa, Barkley blows by me! And he literally got like a boost. It's hard to be ready for that. Like when a player's that fast, it's like Usually, this game gives the defenders more speed than the offense, and that's to inject some parity into the situation. But sometimes the computer hits you with that initial juke. Man, nice hook shot there, Derek. Woo! Nice blocker. Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman not given particularly good attributes in this version of the game, as Kevin Johnson just destroys my world. But in NBA Jam Tournament Edition, especially in the Super Nintendo version, he's a top 5 player, possibly even the top player in the game. He's got power, blocks, speed, and dunks, which is what it takes to be an elite player in the game. You gotta be elite in all those categories. But on top of that, he's given a 7 out of 9 3-point rating, which just makes him such a threat. Swish! I'm going to keep it with Derek. I'm going to play some hero ball here. Because I couldn't get anything started with Kenny. He got a couple threes for me, but, I want to let the Nets live their best life. And I'm going to play pretty selfishly with Derek Coleman this half. I think I have a really good chance to get my 60 burger if I play hero ball with Derek. AKA just rail hook shots. Rail hook shots. Whee! And just to live on the edge a little, you got to pepper in a 3 every now and again. You're not playing hero ball correctly if you're not going for the low percentage 3s every now and again. Am I right, Joel Embiid? And I really should have gone for the hook shot because I did make the last 3 ball. They're probably not going to give me 2 of those in a row. So nice D by the Colster. Barkley is so fast. Or am I so slow? I don't know. You be the judge. This is a critical last half minute here. If I can get like 5 more points, that will set me up hugely for the 4th quarter. I really could use another bucket. Which I should be able to get with this last shot here. All right. I only need 12 points. If I get my 12, then I will face the last team of the game with the New Jersey Nets, which would be kind of fun because The Nets in this version of the game, like I already said, not given very good attributes. In NBA Jam Tournament Edition, the Nets are one of the sleepiest good teams. Partly because no one is expecting Coleman to be so dominant. But also, the true sleeper is Kevin Edwards, who is given a 9 power rating, which is what it takes to be like a great team, an above average team in NBA Jam TE. You got to have a couple power guys. And Edwards, despite they make him a short guy, despite that, he's got 9 on power. And I'm really locked in because I want that 60 burger, but I let Barkley get by. Oh, but Coleman. Oh man, I tried. Oh no, Kenny. I really choked on my own vomit on that one, but Coleman felt really slow on that last play where I was trying to get that hook shot. I was trying to get that hook shot in so I could get my 70 and then have some room for error. But I choked. So goodbye Nets, just like that. 58 points, not good enough. So we're going to go across the river. Chicago. Across the river to New York. Classic 90s rivalry. New York, Chicago. Big Apple. First. Midway. Patrick Ewing. All right. Patrick throws it to the moon. Starks playing some tough D on Horace. Forces the bad shot. But Ewing can't get the high percentage layup. Apparently it was not so high percentage. Starks with the block. Both Knicks go up. Oh, Ewing. Are you want to dunk? You want to dunk? Uh-oh, Patrick's heating up. And when Patrick heats up, goaltending. Man, maybe Ewing is just too fast that I can't time the stuff. Swish! Swish! We're swishing like Swedish fishes up in here. Man, good, tough basketball played by the Bulls of Chicago. New York Knickerbockers. Not really able to pull ahead. Oh, Pippen annihilating my life. Man, that was key. Pippen playing up to his best attributes in the game and just crushing me. But then I just crushed him, so what's up? Ewing wants a monster dunk. You know he does, so he lays it up. Boom! Ewing wants a monster dunk, so he lays it up. Woo! I wasn't sure if that one was going to land. Ewing, man, he can't stop going for layups. Dang. Bulls, man. They're everywhere. As they should be. They are, you know. Oh, Ewing wrecking my life again. I mean, Pippen wrecking my life. He's just 47 times faster than every other player in the game. I messed that one up hard. But thankfully, I still got a 2. Basically, I was about to get some points with Starks, but that would have given them enough time to do a long chuck and bomb. All right, we got Ewing on fire. Let's see if Starks can get on fire. Because I think having both of them as options will give me a better chance. All right, Starks is on fire now. That was weird last game when I couldn't get both nets on fire. I don't know what was up with that. I scored like 47 times in a row with Anderson, I think it was. Ugly shot my ass, Tim Kitzrow. Man, I could really use 4 more points. That would give me some hope. Monster Jam! You hear that, Tim Kitzrow? I want 4 more points. Dang! At least I got the last shot off. So, I'm in striking range. Not that it matters how much I beat him by. Because there are no more games after this one. Or are there? I'm pushing those Bulls. Some great defense by Starksy. Monster Jam! Just kidding. I was kidding, guys. I didn't really mean Monster Jam. I meant Monster Layup. John Starks with a monster hook shot. Whoa! The ball just literally bounced past Patrick Ewing. Dude, are you a Hall of Famer? Or do you suck? Play some defense. Dude, now we're clicking. Now what are the phrases that Mort uses when the Knicks are playing? Now he's clicking. Now he's flicking. Now they're swishing. Now they're dishing. Now they're scoring. Now they're whoring. Ah! Now they're hooking. Now they're booking. Damn, it was only 58. I thought it was 60. My bad. I was way too excited for only winning by 58. But that was a good fourth quarter. I really kicked their ass in the second half. Anyway, you saw how it got rolling in the second half there. I was playing some non-hero ball with the Knicks. Getting both guys involved. In fact, Ewing with the 5 assists and Starks with the 7. And I'm probably going to put this version of the game aside for a while because I'm going to move on to TE here. But going forward, that's something that I probably want to look toward is getting both guys involved, getting lots of assists, and all that, and just, seeing how much it improves the game play to have both guys in fire. Okay, now. I'm going to let these final credits roll. You get to see some highfalutin dunks from Scottie Pips. Or is it Michael Jordan? I'm just kidding. He's got hair. And some credits roll. So, in summary, this concludes the NBA Jam Original full playthrough with Green Majik on Sega Genesis. Just a few conclusive notes here. I do think this version of the game is a little better than the Super Nintendo version of Original Jam, and that's because the original version of Jam on Super Nintendo, it just has too many quirks about it that are meant to make it difficult and just a higher rubber band AI, but they don't pull it off as well as the Genesis. Of course, in the Genesis version, you have the free goaltend thingy, which you saw me do a billion times a game. And some people might not like that, but I think it's just kind of an arcadey quirk of the game. If you're playing against the computer, obviously you want to use it all day long. If you're playing against a friend, maybe you guys want to outlaw it, or maybe you want to go for it. Maybe you can find ways to, maybe it can be part of the meta. You know they're going to try to free goaltend, so you go ahead and bait them into it or whatever. Or you have someone post up and, all that jazz. So, I don't know. So On Fire is treated slightly differently in each version of NBA Jam on console. As I learned in this video tonight, you can get both players on fire, and that's really fun to do. It doesn't make your shooting 100%, but it does give you a bit of a boost, I would say. That might not even be true, but you know, believe it does, and that's fun. Obviously, you saw me do a million hook shots. That's a high percentage shot, so keep that in your tool belt. The pushes, as you saw, they are tough versus the computer, but against the user, it's not quite so challenging. Like, it does make a little more sense. You push the guy, and usually he coughs up the ball, and you might be able to scoop it up for a turnover. So just keep that in mind if you're playing a buddy. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. If I played another game with this sign-in of Giannis, I would be in juice mode, but we're not going to do that. But that's kind of a fun little thing that's where everything is faster. And that's kind of fun. And in fact, in NBA Jam Tournament Edition, you can turn on juice mode so that you play that as a default. But then the last thing to point out about this version of the game is there are special characters you can unlock. And those can kind of be fun to mess around with. I think I've got time to play one game with a special character. If I was live with the chat, I would ask the chat who they wanted that to be. I am going to speed up the timer just so it goes a little faster. And just for kicks, we're going to put that extra hard. And for kicks, I'm going to take tag mode off, and I'm just going to be the unlockable character. Now, I told you there might be a special appearance by Mark Trammell, and so that's what we're going to make happen. Mark Trammell, the main designer behind the game. I got the list in front of me here of the codes for unlockable characters. You got AirDog, AIR, Sal DeVita, another developer of the game, SAL, P-Funk, who's George Clinton, is DIS, and Warren Moon, the Hall of Fame quarterback, is UW blank for University of Washington. So you type in those codes, but on the third one, which is the T on Mark Trammell's, you have to press a specific button as well as start to get the character. And for Trammell, it is you got to press A plus start. So I did that. For some reason, it shows him having defeated 3 teams. And here he is, Mark Trammell, the man himself, developer of the game. Look at that hair. Man, that's funny. That's hilarious. I've got my stats, but if you press B, you get the other player's stats. That's hilarious. We're going to stick... Wow. He's got, like, no attributes. Is that real? Oh, he doesn't have attributes. Okay. So he has the attributes of the team, of the player that you are swapping out. So in this case, it's Isaiah Thomas. You're actually given secret attributes in NBA Jam Tournament Edition. I'm going to be the Pistons. As the lore goes, Mark Trammell was a Pistons fan. Whoa, we got juice! Man, okay, we got juice. And they kept the juice because I just beat the game. Now, if I turn the game off, swinging a bit for tomorrow. If I turn the game off, there would not be juice. But that's just what they decide. Or maybe they overlooked it. Goaltending, come on, Mark Trammell. See, now I can literally complain about Mark Trammell all I want, and it's kind of relevant. Even though he's got Bill Laimbeer's attributes. Nice goaltend, Mark Trammell. Oh, Trammell's on fire. Isaiah, put it up, my dude. Boom! Trammell with the rebound. Oh, man. Oh, Trammell, come on, man. Play some defense, gosh darn it. Isaiah. Woo! Man, I'm kind of glad there's juice because all right, that's gonna be my play right there. The fast break to Isaiah. Fast break to Isaiah. And this is partly why I took tag mode off so that I could just be Termelski and so I could just be Trammell and let Thomas do Thomas. So a healthy lead here. Oh, sorry, Thomas. My bad, Jabroni. Swinging a bit for Trammell. Oh, I was going to do a highfalutin dunk with Termelski's. Jackson posting up on a homie. Isaiah, that's right, brah. That's right. Threes all day. Yeah. One reason I like to... What? That's totally legal. One reason why I like to have tag mode off like this is, you know, I get my drone. How is he still? Oh, I thought he's still in fire despite them scoring. I get my drone going on offense, and I can just kind of be the background player, you know. You know, playing stuff defense like that. And Trammell, just like Bilski's, not really able to dunk. I was going to try to do a last second dunk. Man, look at that hair right there. That would be my hair if I was an NBA Jam. Kind of, I just realized it's kind of a bucket list thing for me. Green Magic being in a version of NBA Jam. Mark Trammell, 1 3-pointer, 13 points. All that jazz. Oh, dude, you should have dunked it. You got to take it strong to the hole, brother. Isaiah, the Hall of Famer. Crazy. Man, Isaiah just gets down the court so quick. Boom shakalaka. Oh, come on, Marky Mark. Come on, Mark Trammell. Why do you make yourself so bad in this game, Mark Trammell? You can't even make a high percentage hook shot, Mark Trammell. Mark Trammell. Isaiah from the corner. Man, Mavericks playing some lockdown defense. Isaiah. Oh, man. Mark Trammell getting dunked on like a fool. One more quarter. Can the Mark Trammell Pistons hold off the amazing Dallas Mavericks. Swish. Ah! Jackson amazingly shot it. Auto jump. Mark Trammell. Mark Trammell made himself auto jump. I love it. Have a taste of your own stuff. Ha ha! Detroit basketball. Slam a jam a ding dong. Yeah, we both jumped out of the way. Slam a jam. Mark Trammell calls goaltending on himself. Can you believe it? Come on, Mark Trammell. Off the belly. There you have it, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. It's time to go see some Avengers. I'm not a huge Marvel fan. I just don't see movies, especially action movies, and especially if people are talking about it. It's like, why do I need to see it if people are talking about it? But the movie broke records. I'm off tonight. Go walk over there and watch an 18-hour movie. Theater has some good drink specials on their night vids, so I'm going to get some of those and have a good time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned some tips and tricks from my videos. Jam Rules with Green Magic. On Sega Genesis original. I am next going to go to NBA Jam Tournament Edition. That one is going to be streamed live, so I'm going to wait for my Ethernet cord to come in so I can get that good connection. We don't want drop frames like I did in my fourth video. So stay tuned for that. I'm super excited about this next several videos with NBA Jam TE. I think it is the most in-depth, comprehensive version of NBA Jam on console there is. Just about all the gimmicks and quirks that was in the original NBA Jams of Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo were more or less worked through and figured out for the Tournament Edition games, especially on Super Nintendo. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome night. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And go Bucks.